The cruel deaths of George Floyd, Elijah McClain, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, and a host of others at the hands of police brutality and racist violence have, through the Black Lives Matter protest movement, brought renewed focus onto elements of systemic racism on a global scale. This Black History Month, it is critical to acknowledge and act upon this violence where we can, even if our capacity is limited. Part of this should involve action to reduce the suffering of one of the groups worst affected by systemic racism: Black transgender people. Globally, Black transgender people face a hazardous combination of systemic social disadvantages. A hindered socioeconomic status caused by low social mobility ensures that Black transgender individuals struggle to access the healthcare required for their transition. This is further exacerbated by the expense of private healthcare in certain nations, or the underfunding, undersupplying, and overstretching of transition services in other nations. The de facto social segregation of Black communities also contributes further to their difficulties, increasing the distance needed to travel to gender clinics. Any employment that might mitigate these issues suffers from the same problems in this faced by the Black community as a whole. Black transgender individuals face a combination of employment and wage disparities between white and Black individuals, as well as employment discrimination against the transgender identity itself. With the decidedly unfavourable climate for transgender people across the world, government action can often lower economic equity. In the United States of America, for example, the administration of President Donald Trump has taken repeated executive actions to permit employment discrimination on the basis of gender identity, such as through his transgender military ban in 2017, and an attempt to eliminate employment protections for transgender people as a whole, although this was defeated in the Supreme Court case Bostock v. Clayton County this year. None of this is helped by a negative perception of transgender people, spurred on by spurious and speculative claims in the media. Once again, stereotypes against transgender people form a damaging concoction with stereotypes against Black culture to alienate and isolate Black transgender people even from their own communities, which only worsens the aforementioned socioeconomic issues. These stereotypes are often further reinforced by legal inequity, such as with the loitering for the purpose of prostitution law enacted in 1976 in New York State, known colloquially as the, quote, walking while trans bill, close quote, which has been frequently enforced to unjustly target transgender women of colour. Most disturbingly of all, however, is the high rate of violence Black transgender women specifically face in certain regions of the world. Currently, 31 transgender people have been murdered in the United States of America, the majority of whom were Black, with the rate being the highest yet, and the highest for this point of the year. An August report by the National Center for Transgender Equality states that around 1 in 10 Black transgender women in the United States have been assaulted for their identity. This violence has been known to lower the life expectancy of Black transgender women. In Central America, the Inter-American Commission on Human Rights cites a rate of violence so severe as to lower the life expectancy of transgender women of colour to 35 years. This high level of violence represents a fatal outcome of their marginalised status, and as insult, the precarious legal status of Black transgender women makes it difficult to find even justice. With the trans panic law on the statute in 35 US states, it is considered a legal defense for murder to claim the victim's transgender identity as a motive. It is an unfortunate truth, therefore, that when it comes to systemic racism, the Black transgender community faces the brunt of it. It is our responsibility to act as if and to say that Black transgender lives matter.